from Chicago. We're going to do like a little more stretchy kind of movement around the mat at first. I rode in a U-Haul for 16 hours to get to Chicago, so that and moving furniture and boxes has my back pretty tight, so we're going to just spend some time with some stretching in the beginning and a little movement at the end. So when you're ready, go ahead and start in child's pose. Just kind of feel your way into this posture, pulling your hips back towards your heels, maybe swaying side to side. And I would even take time to take a couple arm threads. Just pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready to move into a down dog. As you come up into your tabletop, you might find some cat and cows. And eventually just moving into that down dog, lifting your hips high and pedaling out. You're going to shift forward into a high plank, and let's just see how a back bend feels. Dropping your knees, releasing your toes, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, lifting through the crown of your head. Breath in. Stay for that breath out. Just pull back nicely, round the back in flexion. Child's pose. Meet in a down dog. We're going to lift that right leg and then gently pull the knee into the chest. You're going to move from that down dog, that knee stays pulled tight into a high plank. There's protraction of the shoulders, pulling that knee in the whole time, engaging, holding there. We're moving back to down dog, but the leg doesn't change. So we're lifting up, and then we're pulling it back forward into a high plank. Back to your down dog. Every time you come to your down dog, your left leg is lengthening. One more time, pull in, down dog. Breath in. And on your exhale, just set that knee down partway. Your right toe is going to spin open, and you're going to find a modified side plank. Connect through that back foot. Left arm reaches up and over. Then just make a little bit of motion here with your left arm, maybe cactus, maybe opening up that chest a little bit more each time. Just reach and then extend. Reach. Feel this whole left side lengthen. And then left hand comes back down. Now cheetah again. This time lift the leg. Pull it in, cheetah pose. Down dog splits, lift the leg. One more time, pull in. Exhale, cheetah splits, lift. And then lizard, right leg, right foot comes outside of that. Dropping that left knee, maybe taking a moment here to push that right knee out, getting a little opening through your inner thighs. Right leg slides back, high plank. Shift forward, you might add a chaturanga, knees can be up or down. And then find your back. Same warm up on our left side. We'll meet in that down dog. Left knee is going to pull into the chest, so your core is engaged the whole time. Core and hip flexors. Shift forward into that high plank. Pull back down dog. Your right heel reach up and over for side body stretch. And then play with how that feels. Pulling these bottom ribs towards the ceiling or the sky, opening up through that top pectorals. And then extend that right arm, reach, and lower right hand down. Cheetah pose on the left, pull it in to your down dog splits, lift it up. Cheetah, draw it in, down dog split. One more time, cheetah, down dog splits. Step outside of that left hand for your lizard, right knee drops. Bring it into our right hip flexor and our left inner thigh. So the video is complete with real Chicago noise. Lots of sirens all the time. It's fun sleeping here. Slide left leg back, high plank. Shift forward your chaturanga. Finding your back. Stay as long as you like. And pull back child's pose. Alright, similar warm up. We're going to come into our down dog. Right leg is going to lift. We're going to bend the knee and open up the hip. And then just take one cheetah, pull it in. Inhale to your down dog split. And on your exhale, right foot steps forward just halfway. Spin on your heel, your toes point to the side. This is horizon lunge. We want to keep our knee right over our ankle and our toes pointing off the mat to protect the knee. And you're going to find just kind of a lowering of the hips here to get into that IT band. You can stay upright or you can lower all the way down. We're going to meet in a seat. One more breath here. And on your exhale, left hip's lowering. And you're going to spin to the back of your mat. Adjust your hips as you need to. Your left arm comes around, hugs that knee in. Spinal twist. Lift up tall. You're facing the back of your mat and you're twisting to the right side. So you have two options here, hugging the knee in or bringing in that elbow kind of to the top of that knee, lifting tall and pushing that knee away. That's going to get into your back a little bit more rather than your lift up. On your inhales, twist on your exhales. And then as we come out of it, we're just going to take a little counter turn to the left just to rinse. And then half Gomukhasana. So this same right leg is stacking over your left. Let's try to align the knees. So you might have to walk this foot back. Sit up as tall as you can. And really, you sit tall and pull that left toe towards you. The magic is all happening in your hamstrings. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Maybe leading with your chest and lowering. So with this half Gomukhasana, there's a little bit of an outer hip stretch on the right and a lot of left hamstring. Introduce half heroes, take it or leave it. You need to consider your right knee. It bends fully, if you can, and then it comes back. For video purposes, notice that your ankle is fully extended here, opening up your ankle. So you can stay right here, leave it as a hamstring stretch, lifting up, folding folding over that left leg again, or making it more of a quad stretch, leaning back. This is half heroes. You can lean back partway, you can lean back all the way. What we want to note is that the knee stays down on the mat. Really big hip flexor stretch. So you've got two options here. This would not feel good. Just stick into your left hamstring. Half heroes is a lot of flexion on the knee. And when you're ready, we're all going to meet in Paschimottanasana, sitting up nice and tall, making an L with our body, lifting up and folding over these legs. Keeping them straight, pulling the toes towards you. You also have the option of a seated ragdoll, which is more of a back stretch. Big breath in here. Bigger breath out. Now we're going to lower onto our backs. Setting up for bridge pose. Push through your heels, lift up through your hips, lifting and lowering a few times. Lots of option in your bridge. Arms can stay down. Arms can interlace, hands can interlace underneath. Or you can reach your arms up. About 5 more, any variation. You're firing the glutes, feeling your low back warm. And as you're strengthening your back and your glutes, also know bridge is a hip flexor stretch, so invite that hip flexor stretch. Last one. As you lower your glutes, walk your feet wide. Windshield wiper left and right, adding your cactus to get a little bit more oblique stretch here. Whichever way you're windshield wipering, really drop that knee in. Make it feel heavy to your mat. Finding your way back. Child's pose on your back, Apanasana. Hug your knees in for a nice back stretch. And then allow the knees to come towards your chest, your armpits. And then keeping the knees bent. Happy baby. Stamp your foot print on the ceiling or the sky. And pull the knees towards the mat. Try to soften through your shoulders, keeping your low back down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Hug the knees back in. And we're rocking and rolling, or however we can, to a seated position. We're coming into Sukhasana. Sukhasana is your shins, both of them are parallel to your mat. So it's not a crisscross applesauce, but your shins are parallel to the mat. Sitting up nice and tall here, and you're leaning forward with your chest. Probably a lot of sensation in your hip flexors here. It's kind of awkward. And then if this feels okay, you might walk your hands out. Where this shows up on you can be totally different. Feel it in this area, low back, outer hips, and of course hip flexor. I would consider a walk left and right. And also just notice and try to remember that your right foot is in front here in this Sukhasana pose. When we take this on the left side, the left leg will be in front. And then walk it back. Again, pause the video if this just feels good to stay, to stretch. You can certainly use a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you're going to transition, just stay at the back of your mat. Finding your tabletop. Some of us like to make that cross ankle transition. position. From your tabletop, move into a high plank, shifting forward, chaturanga your way. Try and you just take it out. And then we're going to move into down dog. From this down dog, you're going to be pivoting on your toes. The knees are going to bend, heels are lifted. You're just going to rotate your knees one way, and your hips and glutes go the other way. Whichever way your knees are, you're going to feel a long, big stretch there, pulling back. And just pivot back and forth. Try to sit back, hips towards your heels, and then pop back up into your down dog, swiveling left and right. Last time. Meeting in that down dog. Left side. Left leg is going to lift, bend the knee, open up that hip here. And then close the hip, one cheetah, draw it in. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Here where we step through just halfway, pivoting on the heel for horizon. Left toes are pointing towards the edge of your mat, so it's perpendicular. And whether you stay up here in this modified side plank or drop the hips is up to you. This should be an IT band stretch. You can even add the arm, reaching towards the front of your mat now. Key thing with horizon is not having your toe diagonal, because then you're stressing your knee. You do need your foot parallel to the tops and bottom of your mat. And then when you're ready here, you're going to just drop onto that right hip, face back to the front of your mat. This left leg stays across, right arm. It's going to fish up, lift up and twist to the right. And maybe you take that second variation, back up the tricep, pushes the knee out as you lift and twist. To the right, and then half go Mukasana. The other name for that is cow face, but you're going to walk that foot back as far as you can. You're trying to really stack left knee on top. This is full cow face, remember? So that goal is to get our knees stacked over each other. The inner thighs are squeezing, so the outer hips release. We're just in half bow Mukasana here. Left outer hip is getting a stretch. And right hamstring is lengthening. Pull the toes towards you, sit up nice and tall. Hinge over that right leg. Ooh. And then maybe you want to just stay here. Or you can move into your half heroes left side. Left leg unwinds, it swivels, we keep it flexed, and then we swivel back, opening through that ankle, sitting up tall, and maybe this is hamstring again, or maybe you're taking a couple different variations of your half heroes pose, leaning back. Kind of nice to kind of move the calf out of the way a little bit. It's going to give you more of a quad stretch. And then if you move all the way into your half heroes, just notice the knee will want to come up. Try to keep that lower. It's an active stretch, knee towards the mat. Really big quad stretch. Full breath in here. Into that left knee, sitting up again for that Paschimottanasana is an option, ragdoll is an option, seated, or butterfly, sitting up nice and tall. shins are parallel with the mat. We're sitting up really tall. Keeping our sits bones connected, leading with the chest, hinging over those shins. So it might take a couple times. You can support yourself. Hands with a block or walk your hands back. Stay here as long as you like. We'll transition to a tabletop, to a high plank. Your vinyasa as you see fit. Breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Quick little flow, down dog. Right leg is going to lift. You can bend and open here. You can even flip your dog. Right leg closes, steps through, lunge. Knee over the ankle, lengthen the spine, look forward, twist open to the right. Breathe in. Stay for your exhale, breathe out, twist a little deeper. Exhale, release the lunge. Inhale, low rise. Setting up your high lunge. Back of your heel is over your toe mound, lower through your hips, lift through your arms. On your next exhale, cactus and open it up. Inhale, back up. Open arm twist is to the right. Inhale, high lunge. Sweep the arms behind you. Open the chest. Pull your hands towards the mat. Breathe in. Engage your core. Breathe out. Bow over that right leg. Inhale, back to your high lunge. Sweep it up. Exhale, warrior two. Open it up. Breath in, just one Skandasana. Left knee is going to bend. Right leg is going to lengthen. Inhale, we'll power up to a warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach it up. And always option for that half bind. Release the bind if you would there. Cartwheel your hands. Low lunge, right leg steps back. High plank. Vinyasa. All sorts of things there. You could make it a side plank. You could just hold your plank. You can go just directly to your back bend. Same thing, left side, just one time. Left leg bends, the knee opens, hips open. Maybe wild thing or even that flip dog. Square the hips. Think cheetah as you step through the left knee. Steps between the hands. Lengthen the spine, drop the hips. Open your twist to the left. Gently release back to your low lunge. Engage core, lift your shoulders, stacking shoulders over hips. Right hip pulls forward, let it descend. Heel is over your back toe mound, reach up. Exhale, let's cactus and open it up. Inhale to your high lunge. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale, bring it up. Sweep the arms behind you. Really take that big breath in so that the chest opens. Between the shoulder blades strengthens. Navel to spine, bow forward, humble. Variation. You can always set that back heel down. Inhale, we rise. Open to a warrior two. Left palm flips, peaceful. Maybe that half bind. Release your bind if you went there. Cartwheel your hands in. Left leg steps back. Yogi choice here. Opener of your choice here. You might take pigeon, or you might just come onto your back and take your recline figure 4, right ankle crosses over that left knee. You're treading behind the window of that left leg, pulling your knee towards your chest. I think it feels amazing to kind of take a little rock here, let you feel that whole hip that you're stretching. And then you can take full Gomukhasana on your back. So the right leg crosses over, inner thigh squeeze. That's really key to this posture. Reaching for the knees, pulling them in towards the chest. For a deeper sensation, you'll grab your shins. You'll keep pulling in, but the shins pull out. IT band stretch. Gently release to a variation of waterfall, a little inversion. And then you're going to move into that left side. Left ankle crosses over right knee, thread behind that window of your right leg, finding that hip flexor stretch. Rock and roll if that feels good. Stay as long as those hips need it, and then consider this following with your Gomukhasana. Key thing to remember is pigeon and figure 4. Stretch your